Good morning, welcome to Lower Body Friday. Good morning, welcome to Lower Body Friday. Let's find ourselves a space and start getting the warmed up. Just going to start by just jogging gently on the spot. That's all. Nicely done. Jog gently. Just get your heart rate going a little bit. Start getting all those nutrients in the right place. Get rid of the waste. And get your body just kind of a bit more active. That's it. From there, in some jumping jacks or star jumps, or in fact anything that just gets all those big joints moving. So if I step into the side, that's okay. If I swing your arms forwards and backwards, that's okay. Just anything that kind of gets those big joints moving. Nicely done. Back to just jogging on the spot. Okay, we'll kick this out. Right, so today we're going to do 5 exercises specifically targeting our lower body. So when we talk about our lower body, we're talking about our quads, our hamstrings, and our glutes, our backside. So these are kind of some of the biggest muscles we have in our body. Really great for locomotion, moves us around, etc. Helps us stand up, keeps our great posture. They're also great for burning extra calories. So using them, definitely don't ever miss them out. Always welcome to use them. So the quads, these are used to straighten our leg. So to bring our leg forward and apply power. They're also used for like pushing the ground away. So again, getting us to stand up straight and things. Then our hamstrings, those are used to raise our leg towards the back. So again, we utilize those a lot in vast majority movements. Again, think about when you're lowering yourself gently onto a chair, etc. And then from there, we've also got our glutes. Our glutes are really there for like squeezing, and again, utilized for moving and things. So we're going to start off with some hamstring kickbacks. So you need somewhere where you can get into that bent over position and nicely supported. And the more bent over you get, the better we're going to make this. We're going to bring our leg up, knee towards our chest, and we're going to drive our heel backwards. Now we're forwards. Try and keep that in as much of a straight line as you can. As you really drive it backwards, feel that hamstring stretch. So feel the stretch down the back here. As you bring it forward, really feel the hamstring here squeeze. And exactly the same on the other leg. All the way forwards, all the way backwards. From there, we're going to go into some squats. So feet just over shoulder width apart. Again, depending on how your body is, sometimes your feet might split out a bit, sometimes it might be slightly pointing straight forwards. Find what's comfortable for you, what works for you. What we're going to do then is drive our backside backwards, keep our chest nice and high, and then squeeze our quads to really push the ground away. As we get to the top, engage our glutes to engage our hips. So again, looking at that from the side, all the way down, and always straight back up. So keep that chest nice and high, and into that seated position. From there, we're going to go into some step-ups. So same set of movements actually. We're still using our quads, still using our glutes. What we're doing is driving the step away. As we bring ourselves up, squeezing our glutes, squeezing our quads, and then stopping at the top with our glutes. After we've done that, we're going to go into wide stance squats. So our legs more than double shoulder width apart. Morning, Mark.
Morning, sorry I'm late.
It's okay, don't worry. So I'll just say we're starting off with hamstring kickbacks, then into squats, then step ups, then we're going to do wide stance squats. So wide stance squats, same movements again. So dropping ourselves backwards into that seated position, keep our chest nice and high, and then drive the floor away. Really feel yourself like pushing through the center of your feet. And again, if you look at that from the side, same set of motions. So pushing backside backwards, keeping your chest nice and high, coming up, really engage your hips when you get to the top. And then the last exercise of this set will be some calf raises. So you're going to be stood on the edge of your step with your soles of your feet. And then you're going to drive your heels down towards the ground first. So feel that stretch in the back of your calves. Feel that stretch happening down here. And once you've kind of got that nice stretch in place, then we're going to squeeze the calves and drive ourselves upwards. So all the way down, nice big deep stretch, and then all the way up. Okay. Any questions?
No, all good.
Cool. Let's make a start. Let's get set number 1 done. So into that bent position. Ready for hamstring kickbacks. We're going to try and do 4 sets, 10, 10, 12, and 15. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. From there, standing up into our squat position. So again, feet just those shoulder width apart. Remember, keep that chest nice and high. Get ourselves into that nice low squat position. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there into step ups. So again, same movements. Driving with your quads, stopping with your glutes. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Into wide stance squats. So feet double shoulder width apart. Same motion again. Really drop yourself back as far as you can. Keeping that chest nice and high. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, onto our bottom step for calf raises. You can really feel that deep stretch, followed by driving yourself into the air by a big squeeze afterwards. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. There we go. How are you doing? Oh, you're on mute, I think. Yep, you're definitely on mute.
Old school, classic. Yeah, no, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Ready for the weekend?
Yeah, it's been a busy time. I went up to Newcastle to visit my eldest son last week, and then had family here, had my mum here and my sister staying for last weekend and into this week, which has been lovely. It's been really lovely, but it's sort of quieter now. But I quite like routine, you know. So it's lovely seeing everyone, but also it's nice to get back into sort of regular gym and cooking and just being on top of everything, you know. Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. It's always nice to see people. Then again, it's always nice to have that kind of time when you can do the alternative. And again, it's that back to duality of humanity, isn't it? You know, we like the differences. Just like set number 2.
Yeah.
So back into our hamstring kickbacks. Really focus on that feeling in your hamstrings, so that real stretch and that real squeeze. Really kind of focus in, try and fire as many muscle fibers off as you can. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, from there into our squat position. Again, if you want to add some weight, you can do. If you want to do this body weight, again, that's perfectly okay. But the key thing here is feel that squeeze and that stretch in your quads. You just squeeze them, really feel like you're driving the ground away. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, step ups. Same motion, so really feel that feeling in our quads and in our glutes as we drive our foot through the step and kind of really stop ourselves when we get to the top by squeezing our glutes. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. From there into wide stance squats. So feet double shoulder width apart. Same feeling, looking for that driving the ground away. Push the earth away as you squeeze every single muscle fiber as you can in your quads. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, back to our bottom step, because we're going to calf raises. Changing our focus from our quads to our calves now, and feeling that real deep stretch, and really squeeze as much of your calf as you can to drive yourself into the air. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, have a break, have a drink. Oh, it's all going rather well. Oh. I saw a meme the other day, and I thought, how ridiculous is that? It was on like Facebook or something daft. And then afterwards, this guy got me thinking, it is so close to what we sometimes we try and achieve in weightlifting that actually it wasn't as bad a meme as I thought. And what it was two ladies. And what they were doing is they were using their friend as a set of weights because they were both pretty much equal weight. So they started off, they were doing like deadlifts with the other person, and then they're doing things like squats with the other person actually on the back, and then doing things like press-ups, etc. They did a whole set of standard lifting moves. And at first you kind of think of it, I think that's just silly. But actually, when you go back to it, you think most of the time what we're trying to achieve is that position where we can lift our own body weight, and then that's kind of one of the kind of key targets. And I thought, if you took it from that angle, it's actually quite a neat observation that actually they've got to that kind of strength where they can actually, lift their own body weight, they can squat their own body weight. They couldn't quite do a bicep curl with their own body weight, that's not a surprise. But the other ones, they could. Just like we can do set number 3.
Nice one, nice one. I'm not seeing them.
Right, so into the, it's a good one if it comes up. It'll probably pop up at some point. All right, back into our hamstring kickbacks. Again, with this, from a speed perspective, it's almost a constant speed. Slightly quicker as you're kind of driving your foot out for the stretch, but don't let that stop this good stretch. And again, that nice deep squeeze as you bring your leg towards your chest. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, into our squats. Feet shoulder width apart. Slow on the way down, fast on the way back up. Really make an explosive movement. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, into step ups. Again, it's more of a constant motion, so really concentrate on that feeling in your legs. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Okay, back into handstand squats. So feet will shoulder width apart. Same again, slow on the way down, fast on the way up. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, onto our bottom step for our calf raises. Slow on the way down, that nice deep stretch, and then faster on the way up. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, have a break, grab a drink.
How's the running going?
It's going okay, actually. Yeah, that's probably the best word for it. Sarah was asking me a similar question last night. She says, "Are you actually starting to enjoy it yet?" And I was kind of thinking, I don't know. There's kind of hints every now and again I might actually enjoy it, but most of the time it is a struggle.
Yeah, not your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll keep going. I'm supporting somebody, seeing as you put your best in, not only for them but for you. So that's what you want to do. And I think it's been good, because the other thing it's kind of highlighted is, and especially for me, I mean, I've been concentrating on my strength and that side of things for 4 years, pretty much non-stop, and seeing some good gains there. So I'm quite happy with that. But I haven't been really concentrating on my endurance. So when I was doing looking at things like my VO2 max and stuff, it's like below average. It's kind of below par. So my kind of aim for this, alongside just being able to do a run, is actually to improve that side of it. We should improve my cardiovascular fitness in its entirety, which is obviously good, because it makes me a more rounded and well-being human being. Not rounded as in physically, but rounded as in capability.
Yeah. It's always good to have a measure as well, isn't it? Whatever it is, you can kind of go before and after and go, okay.
Yeah. So I think if I can kind of get that to average or above average, I'll be happy with that. So I think that'll be a good improvement in like 6 months. Speaking of improvements, set number 4. Right, back into our bento position for our hamstring kickbacks. Bring it all together. So good form, good feeling in those hamstrings, and keep that timing nice and constant. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Switch legs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, back into squats, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to go for 15 of these. Again, form, feeling, tempo. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, from there into our step ups. Again, keeping that good form. Remembering, same as what we've been doing with the squats. Feel it in your quads, stop with your glutes. That nice constant tempo between both legs. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Okay, stepping out into wide stance squats. Same set of feelings in those legs, your quads and your glutes. Slow on the way down, fast on the way up. Keep it good form. Chest nice and high, backside going back. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, last exercise of this session this morning, into calf raises. Same again, bring it all together, good form, concentrate on that kind of movement all the way down into that deep stretch, drive it, squeeze all your muscle fibers into that push away. Nice and steady, slow on the way down, fast on the way up. In 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, have a break, grab a drink. And that's the end of another lower body session for this week.
Thanks, Martin.
You're welcome as always. Hopefully you have another good weekend ahead. Hopefully football goes well.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing more about how your marathon training's coming along. Not long now.
Not long. Yeah, tomorrow's a long run tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll go the furthest I've been so far, so I'll go probably 20 miles tomorrow, 19, 20 miles tomorrow.
Nice one.
So if I can do that, it's more psychological than if I can do that, I know I'll be all right on the day, you know?
Yeah. I'm absolutely certain you'll have it nailed. So just enjoy it. I think that's part of the thing of it. That is one of the things I did notice is bringing in some of those little psychological elements that you do. So, for example, when you're lifting and stuff, when you smile when you're lifting, it kind of makes you enjoy what you're doing. It kind of makes that big difference, that physiological change. And I find the same if I ever feel myself getting to the point where I think, oh, it feels awful, I'll just smile straight into doing when I'm running. It just makes it feel 1,000 times better.
Yeah. I've for me it's nailing. I pretty much got it. I don't get it right every time, but it's the snacks, it's the nutrition on the way when you do a long run.
Yeah.
So I nibble a few nuts or dried fruit or whatever I have, before I now do it to like at a set point before my body gets tired.
Yeah.
I used to wait until I felt tired and go, oh, I need something, and then it would take me a while to recover, and it wasn't as enjoyable. But I know now I get to like, okay, it's been 6 miles, I need to take something on, even if I don't feel like it, and I find that it keeps me going. Yeah.
I was reading about that. Crumbs, who was it? Anyway, whoever it was, they were saying that things like fluids and hydration, you're taking fluids at your 2nd kilometre, your 4th kilometre, your 6th kilometre, not for the 7th or 8th, but you actually take them in for your 12th and your 15th. Because of how you can lose.
Exactly, and I know I've worked my body out now. I know what to eat before, and especially with a marathon. It's the best thing. If I had one thing, it's or any kind of distance run, is drink all your fluids, loads of fluids, the 2 days before, and then on the morning of the race, you probably need half a litre or just some, like maybe a litre max. But you need to be hydrated, but you don't have to be like downing loads of fluid, because I used to do that. I used to get up and think, oh, it's race day, I need to be, and I drink loads of fluid, and I'd be really uncomfortable. I had to stop and go to the bathroom on the race. And they said, drink all your fluid, so then your body's already hydrated. Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I need to have a chat with you about that at some point, actually, because not this week, but last week, I did a run on the Thursday, which was after leg day, so that was a bad day anyway. But I ate around about an hour before going running, because I used the same kind of formula as what I do for lifting, thinking half an hour to an hour before a lift is the optimum time for having the nutrition inside you. But as I was running, I just felt the whole thing here. It's like awful, and it's just a dreadful feeling when you're running. So yeah, it'd be good to sort of catch up and compare some notes on what to do around things like nutrition.
Yeah, it's
a run day.
Yeah, it's a part of it that it's quite individual, I think, with our body. I've read lots of things. I mean, for me, oats works.
Yeah.
Banana, oats, like something more than a shake, but less than a big meal. It's like a bowl of oats with some seeds and a bit of banana is perfect.
Yeah.
Because then I feel, satisfied, but and then I leave it an hour. As long as it's more than an hour, I'm like, okay, I feel it's okay. But I've done that as well. I'm running, whoa.
I'm here to make mistakes now. That's the idea. I think like I put on the post the other week, I'm aiming for failure. If I fail every single week, I know I'm learning something that way.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, have an absolutely super weekend. We'll catch up with you. We've got the classes are next Wednesday and Friday next week. So I'm away in London.
Wednesday. I'll see the guys on Monday. I think we're going to do. We'll use Jason's link, and then I'll see you Wednesday. Yeah, cool.
Brilliant. All right, have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye for now.
Bye.